In this video, I'm not going to be telling you why Microsoft isn't buying Microvision. Instead, you're going to find out why Lockheed Martin could possibly buy MVIS. That's Microvision, baby. And we're going to be starting right now. What's going on? My name is Pat from Top Ticker Trades. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your wealth through investing and trading in the stock market, make sure you start now by subscribing and hitting that bell so you never miss a video. Welcome back, friends, acquaintances, and brand new guys. You're welcome to. Anyhow, so this is actually supposed to be a part 2 to a previous video that I did. However, I think you guys can watch it as a standalone video. So let me brief you real quick on what the heck is going on so you're not lost. So just a few hours ago, I was actually working on another Microvision video. It's the biggest, baddest Microvision video that's ever been done. So make sure you go and check that out when you're done with this one. Anyhow, when I was done with all the material in the video, I decided I was going to put some audio footage of an interview that I did with an analyst as a kind of, surprise for you guys. So when I did that, I ended up having to cut the video short because that interview was so long, but it was full of valuable information, okay? So the first part of that interview is at the end of my last video, and I'm gonna make sure that it pops up on the screen when this video is over, so you can just click on it and, get in there. Anyhow, so this is actually gonna be part 2. At this time, I don't know how many parts we're gonna have. It just depends on how long they are, because I can't be, uploading like 40-minute videos or hour-long videos. That's just, not what I want to do. But anyhow, so it just got good at the end of the last video where this analyst starts talking about, okay, so I started hounding her about Microsoft buying Microvision. I was like, why in the heck has Microsoft not bought Microvision? Are they gonna buy them? Like, what's going on? Can you please tell me? I want to know your thoughts, your opinions, and all that. And she said, she basically started. She didn't say it, but I could tell she was thinking it. She was like, this dude's a freaking idiot. Why would Microsoft want to buy Microvision? Because obviously it's going to be Lockheed Martin that buys Microvision. Well, it went something like that, maybe not exactly. But anyhow, just listen for yourself, because I got that coming right up.
It is technically, it is basically the company being acquired. It's, but a lot of times it's the company coming in and taking out their debt more often, or restructuring their debt.
Right.
And so they take on the equity a lot in a much harsher manner versus the debt.
Right.
So.
Can you give us any insight on whether a possible, because this has been a big rumor and it did drive the share price quite a bit. The volume was even insane. I think there were like over 500 million shares traded at least one day, just from what I saw. And that was around the time, it was right before earnings. The earnings report came out, and people were under the impression that Microsoft would be buying out Microvision. Now, obviously, that date has passed. I saw several articles that were suggesting, not only suggesting, but one specific article that I can recall that came out from, it was a blog from a group in Florida that actually gave a date on when a buyout would occur, which ended up, the date passed obviously and nothing happened. But people, are still optimistic, and they're very, I guess, hopeful that a buyout will occur. So there are obviously rumors that Microsoft will buy them out. Um, what's your take on that? Do you think it's in Microsoft's best interest to buy this company, or I mean,
I mean, it would be, in reality, to step in, it'd be chump change for Microsoft. It would, but it doesn't really seem to fit into their niche as well. It's not really something that they have even communicated they're exploring as much. Um, they, as a matter of fact,
and can I stop you right there to ask before I forget? So when this has been brought up, I mean, common sense would tell you that, of course, the company will communicate that they are interested in purchasing another company. But when this is brought up to shareholders, people are making excuses and saying that basically these companies are being secretive about it. Would there be any reason for a company like Microsoft to keep this acquisition secret? Like, would it benefit them in any way, or would it benefit Microvision in any way on keeping this a secret? Are you aware of anything like that?
I don't think it would benefit Microvision as much as it would benefit Microsoft in terms of avoiding a bidding war.
I see.
But as far as Microvision, no, because they would want a bidding war more,
Right.
because they would want more money. So.
And I've also been seeing that there are rumors that, I mean, pretty much exactly, what you're saying, that Microsoft is trying to keep this quiet. They want the share price to drop so that they can acquire the company at a much cheaper rate. So is this kind of, I guess, how you see things, pretty much?
Yeah, for me, it's kind of hard to see any company really wanting to come in and take this on at the moment, just because, one, the company has accumulated losses of almost 580 million since inception. So they've not managed to create a profit. On top of that, they accumulated a loss of 5 million just in the first quarter of this year. So that's, I mean, they're basically a financial drain at this point.
Right.
So what company is going to want to come in and take on this unless they already have plans to be able to integrate it almost immediately into some form of their product? And so with this product currently, it's just, one, you have to think about technology. Technology is constantly developing, and they don't have the funds to constantly inject it into the research and development anymore. And so they are scrambling for these funds, but at what point could they fall behind on research and development? And if they do, that means their product and their technology is going to fall behind. And so at that point, what company would even want to acquire them? Because the product isn't in line with what anybody would want, because all the companies that would want to use this are innovative. Really, the closest that might not would, in my opinion, be something like a Lockheed Martin, which is working with the defense. But
right. So what about like certain patents? Like Microsoft has the HoloLens 2 and uses some Microvision patents, I guess, Microvision technology for the HoloLens, and I guess they're paying royalties to Microvision at this time. Would it be a wise move for Microsoft to purchase Microvision just to save money on paying royalties, or what's your take on that?
I mean, their royalties that Microvision is currently collecting are less than 200 million a quarter, versus their recording losses, net losses of 5 million plus a quarter. So I mean, kind of look at those numbers. Would that be prudent? I mean, right. Would you want to take on a company that's draining 5 million a quarter, or pay your royalties of 200 million?
Right.
Which makes more sense?
I mean, I get your point.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah, you might have some sort of synergies possibly, but how much of that can you close up? How much value do you really see in this company?
Right. And I can tell you right now, there's a lot of shareholders that are going to be upset with that, but that's okay. We're here to help them.
And I mean, everyone has a different view. I mean, I will admit that my expertise is, I was a technology analyst a few years ago. I've moved more into metals and mining as well as oil and gas. So I don't follow technology as closely as I used to in past years. So I'm not as closely linked to the tech industry as I used to be. So I will admit to that. But it's, I mean, you can't deny what financials say, and you can't walk away from trends, and you can't walk away from solvency, and it's kind of hard to walk away from what their trends are saying, and it's hard to walk away from their cash flows, and hard to walk away from what their balance sheet says.
Right. When
everything's stacked up against them, it's just kind of hard to look away from that.
Right. So, in your opinion, do you think the only thing that's going to save this company ultimately is maybe an acquisition? I mean, is that what they need to be praying for?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you need to pray someone's coming in to acquire this company and fast. Because, I mean, honestly, I don't see people having a lot of patience. And you were talking about the stock moving so much earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think about the amount of stock that is owned, or the amount of stock in the market for this current company, and how much movement. Just a small amount of shares can move this price of this company.
Right, it's got a low float.
Yeah. And so the manipulation of this current price is so easy.
Exactly, yeah.
So just your average Joe can almost come in and move the price of this in a heartbeat. So.
Right. And I guess I should also ask, and I think I know what your answer is going to be, but I know that some of my subscribers are going to want to know. There are also rumors that we've seen that, Apple's going to come in, or Tesla. What are the chances that any of those would come in? And ladies and gentlemen, I know you're going to be mad that I'm once again cutting the video short, or cutting this interview short, but I'm trying to keep my videos shorter. So what we're going to do is go to a part 3, and maybe by the time you're watching this video, part 3 will already be uploaded. Who knows? I'm going to try to get this up there pretty fast. Anyhow, as always, I appreciate you watching. If you found this information useful, make sure you smash, caress, do whatever you need to do to that like button, okay? And if you're not subscribed yet, why the heck not? Go ahead and do that for me, all right? Well, do it for yourself, because if you don't, you're going to miss out. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video.